Welcome to my L4D2 speedrunning tutorial series. This time we are in co-op with my partner here, Skibs. Say hi, Skibs.
Hello.
We'll be covering all of the co-op tricks. First, how you execute the tricks, throwable boosting, grenade launcher boosting, things like that, and then we'll go over the spots that you can use them in. This will not be covering anything that I covered in my solo videos, so a lot of little pathing things like where you jump up on maps and stuff. It's little skips. I won't be showing that because it's already in my solo. This is only for co-op specific things. So, first of all, throwable boosting. There are a lot of different methods to do this. The idea is that your teammate jumps over your head, so Skibs will be doing the throw here. Let's show the walk first, since that's the easiest method. Actually, let's just do it out in the open here. So you want to jump over your teammate's head, and the throwable needs to go through their feet, pretty much, and the throwable will get caught on your teammate's feet and then push them up in the air with its momentum. So here we go. There you go. Oh, I hit the bridge. It worked though. Let's stick out a little more. So yeah, this is one method. You can do this out in the open. I'm holding the walk key. And then you want to jump right about when you feel that you're running into your teammate. So it's roughly when you're about this far from your teammate, you jump. Got it again. There you go. So the higher you aim the throwable, the higher the jump will be, but it also gets harder to time it. The timing window shrinks the higher you aim. So you want to be careful not to do too high. That was pretty high, and you still got it. Pretty much 60 degrees is about when it starts to get difficult. So if you can be under that, try to be under that. If you want to see your degrees, you can use in the console CL_show POS1. You can see the next to angle, that first number is the angle that you're looking at, so 60 degrees is right there. You want to try to not be higher than that unless the spot demands that you aim higher. Ooh, a little bit late on that timing. So if it's late, you'll feel a little bit of a bump there. You saw my screen bump a bit because the throwable is going through you, but it's not catching you properly.
Fire in the hole!
So that was a good one. A little on the late end. Alright, let me boost you. So, I'm going to do an angle of, let's say, 50. 50 is usually pretty easy. Wait for him to approach. I was almost early. That was close. So, yeah, pretty much same deal as walking towards your teammate. When you sense your teammate is about to hit you and jump, you release. It's a very learned thing. It's a little bit difficult to explain, to be honest. But hopefully you get the idea here.
Chase this, you zombie bastards!
Right when you feel that they're going to hit you. Doing pretty well. So that's one method. Another method, if they're up against a wall, like let's just go up against this wall here. You want to try to boost me? If they're up against a wall, you can shift to your right a bit. I got some the other way. Like come over here. Okay. You can run towards them because the wall will catch you.
Grenade!
This is a bit more difficult to time. He got it though. But it is a little bit faster. So if you have an object you can sit up against, that's a good way to do it. And then I'll boost you just to show that off real quick.
Pipe bomb out.
So you need to throw this a bit earlier this time. Ooh, yep. Oh, you banked off the pipe. Let me go over a bit.
Pipe bomb.
I'm going to do a lower angle so I can see him coming. Which means that he will be boosted lower. Oh, I mistimed it. Haven't done the running throw in a while. There we go. Hey, you got up there too. So yeah, you just have to throw a little bit earlier, a little bit before they get to you that time. And then another method, we like to call it the pistol timing. Now, you could use any other weapon, if whatever gets it consistently for you, really. But we find the pistol to be the most consistent. way of doing it. So, like to fire 3 shots. On my second shot, I'm going to start running towards him and jump. And on the third shot, he's releasing his throw. So he has it primed right now, holding his button. Then he'll be releasing it on the third shot. And there we go. Pretty nice way to time it. So you can do that with assault rifles, shotguns. It's just that they're a bit less consistent with their fire rate. So you'd have to practice those separately. But the pistol is always very consistent. And we don't usually carry melee anyway. That's going pretty well. Alright, let me boost you.
Throwing a pipe bomb.
You can see I let go of mouse 1 as soon as I...
Bomb out.
Pretty much as soon as I heard the third shot ring out. You'll get used to kind of predicting when the third shot's going to hit. Be careful not to do it earlier and predict too far ahead of time. Oh, that was 4 shots.
It was.
Nice.
Grenade.
That was good. So yeah, be careful not to predict and release early. It's very easy to think that the third shot's coming earlier than it is. I think that covers the methods of throwable boosting. There's also the bile. I guess we'll do that next. So molotovs and pipe bombs have the same exact timing. I just used a pipe bomb, but molotov would be exactly the same. Biles, these are different. They're actually much easier because they blow up on your teammate, much like the grenade launcher that you'll be seeing soon. They give a lot more push, and they're much easier because of that.
Incoming.
So let me boost him once. So, how the bile works. Let's do that out in the open
Puke
now.
in the hole.
You could see he went straight up on that one. For that one, he got a lot of horizontal. Basically, they come out at pretty much the opposite angle that you throw at, so the lower you throw the bile, the more horizontal they'll get and less height they'll get. So if you're aiming to go straight up, I usually look for him to approach. Go ahead. And when I anticipate needing to let go, I look straight up in the air quickly. It's pretty easy once you get used to it. And then if he wants to clear, what's a nice gap? Let's get you on the tent over there. See if we can get you on the tent. And if you want to clear big gap, which you'll see in Swamp Fever down the road here. Oh, wow, you went really high. I'm surprised. Ooh, missed. Come on, that tent is ours. He got quite a push there.
Branch,
Nice. That was a good example, though. So yeah, lower you are, the more horizontal it is, and you can see that the bile blows up. So it's much easier because of the fact that it blows up. Oh, also one more note.
Grabbing a Molotov.
This is the mistake we were making when we first started. If you aim, as I was saying earlier, if you aim very high with the pipe bomb or Molotov, it tends to go through your teammate, pushes them up, and then pushes them back down. That's one big problem with it. So you want to be very careful it doesn't go completely through them and that it doesn't push them back down. So let me do a pistol time. I'm going to aim really high. And you'll see it fail. Yeah, so you see Skibs got bumped up in the air and then back down, so he went nowhere. So yeah, that's why you want to keep that as low as possible. Alright, so we got the bile done. Got that done. Next, we can do a grenade launcher boosting now. Okay. So, very similar to the bile. It's just that the grenade comes out right away. And one note is that ping affects how long it takes for your grenade to come out. So, the timing this for the client, like Skibs has 110 ping, you could see there. Timing this varies from person to person depending on what their ping is, so you will need to get a feel for it, but it's the same idea as the throwables. You just want the grenade to blow up on their feet as they're passing over you. Ooh, a bit early. There you go. And as you can see, the grenade launcher boost is insane. It is by far the most...
Hey, over here.
Nice hang. It is by far the most out of anything else. Basically, pipe bomb, Molotov, you only get height from those, no horizontal. then Bile has more push, and then Grenade Launcher has like twice as much push as the Bile, easily. So if you can get a Grenade Launcher, it is pretty great. Like, look, I even just hit A of his portal up there. You can see some of the level was disappearing. Because I was behind, basically, as sort of trigger that removes the level when it's out of sight. So yeah, you can get a lot of speed using that. And just like the Bile, again, the higher you aim, the higher the person gets launched. Lower you aim, the more horizontal and faster they'll get launched as a result. So you can see that one was pretty high, so I wasn't as fast, but I made some nice distance. Let's get in the tree over there, that'll be fun. Yeah, let's do it from this angle. Okay. Ooh, bit late on that one, I think. Nice. Tree, I stopped myself in the air. You can control your air, by the way. You can hold strafe in the air and curl your mouse to manipulate where you go. I'll do that next. So you can see I'm I didn't do it that well, but I was curling to the right by just holding right strafe and moving my mouse. So, I will boost skibs now. Probably this angle's fine. So, again, like the Bile, the higher you aim, the harder it gets, or I don't know if it's necessarily harder. It changes the timing a lot, though. I'm surprised that one didn't work. Yeah. There we go. So, since I'm the host, I have no ping, so I just click right when his feet are over my head, pretty much at the apex of his jump, or slightly coming down from the apex of his jump. It's around there. That applies to the throwable boosts as well, by the way. You want it to hit them when they're at the apex, or very slightly after their apex. Luckily, all of these things have the same timing, so once you learn one, the rest tend to fall in line pretty quickly. Let me do I'll do one more higher angle. This one will be a little bit hard to see his approach. That was okay. So yeah, he got a lot of height. And there is a grenade launcher boosting for you. You'll see us destroy some levels later with using that. Idle.
It might be important to note that grenade launchers do damage you.
Ah, yes, true. Easy, I don't think it really does anything on easy. If for some reason you have to be on expert, which later we will for a very difficult trick, yeah, you'll take a bit of damage. I think it's like 20 on expert, so you might want to mind your health with that. But easy, it's not too big a deal. Idle teleporting. This is where a teammate is up ahead somewhere in a place where the AI cannot path to that teammate, so they won't move. And there's a timer, I forget how long it is off the top of my head, it might be 4 to 6 seconds, somewhere around there. If they haven't moved for about that long, the game will teleport them to the player in front. So in the menu here, if you use take a break, it relinquishes control to the AI, and if you get them stuck for long enough, they can teleport ahead, and then you just click to take control again. You can also bind that to a key, like I have mine on V. The command is go _ away _ from _ keyboard. And then you can just hit a key to go idle instead of using the menu. So, yeah, okay, stand there, good. So this is, we'll show this off again later, but Skibs is currently out of bounds. The bot cannot get to him. So it's going to wait a while. He didn't move, and there you go. Let me do that one more time. I took control kind of fast. So, bot's not moving. Skibs is far enough. We wait. Game teleports the bot. There we go. So there you go. And I could just take control.
Key things with idle teleports, in that we've noticed that sometimes it helps the bots teleport if you're not looking at them.
Yeah, there is a function in the game where it tries not to teleport things and also spawn things while you're looking at them, and that includes through walls. You don't need actual line of sight. Through walls still counts. So if you are looking at the teammate, they will take quite a while to teleport. Always make sure you're looking away from them whenever you can help it.
It is also important to note that distance does matter. So you need to be
Yes.
pretty far away from the bots for them to trigger a teleport.
Yeah, it basically checks how close you are to the teammate and how long the bot has been still for. So I don't know what the minimum distance is exactly. If you stand like, try to stand about where I am. Just based on feel, this probably won't teleport me if he's standing around here. Let's see. The minimum distance is probably about the length between us right now. Wait for it. Yeah, looks like you're too close. Start inching forward. As soon as he gets far enough, it should teleport me because it's hit the timer by now. There it is. Alright, so the length between about where Skibbs is and that spot, so over there to over there, it's pretty far. But usually the person that gets launched ahead is going to be running ahead continuously anyway, so it's not too big a deal, but something to note. As well as them not being out of bounds, you can also go into spots where the bot gets stuck and actually can't get themselves out of it. And since they're not moving, it'll still teleport them. There are stuck spots everywhere. Like, we probably don't even know the half of it, just because we don't need spots in certain for certain tricks. But yeah, if you look around, you can find stuck spots everywhere in the maps. It's pretty silly how many there are. But let me see. There's one I know in this map. Yeah, I believe it's right here. And even if the teammate is fairly close, usually it works. Oh, I think it was up here. Yeah. So there's one right here, if I recall. Oh, the other side. But anyway, the idea is if you get into a stuck spot, which we'll go over some in the future in this tutorial. Yep, there it is. So he just got stuck right there. Can't move. And he teleported to Skibbs. Now sometimes it'll teleport you to the beginning safe room instead of to your teammate. This one is honestly, it's very hard to explain that. It's finicky. We don't know exactly why it teleports you to the beginning safe room. The best thing that you can do if that happens is to just find a stuck spot that's near the safe room to get them stuck in and teleport again. I wish I had more information about that. The best thing I can tell you is that these are the navs on the ground here that you can see. I turned on a debugging mode. It has to do with these. This is basically what tells the AI where to move and what direction to move in. So this one points to this one, points to this one. You can see the arrows. That's called the flow. So that tells the bots how to move, and it seems to be related to which one you're standing on when the teammate tries to teleport. It's very complicated, but we've already worked around that for the most part, so the spots will be showing. You shouldn't have a problem teleporting, so I'll probably skip the nav for now, so I don't have too much to really say about it. Fall canceling, that is the last trick. So let's go to a spot here. If you watched my solo tutorial, which hopefully you did before this, you will already be familiar with fall canceling from Hard Rain. There's some co-op methods that you can use it with though. So go ahead and hang somewhere on the railing. So if you fall and try to pick a teammate up in mid-air, it will stop your fall. The hang is a nice one.
Did you miss?
If you look at them, and hold E, it'll continuously try to pick them up and slow you down in the air.
I got you.
As you can see there, or you can just fall and hit it once. which still stops you. You don't have to actually hold it. Holding is just a bit safer.
I need some help.
And then, Skibbs, can you down yourself on the hot dog stand thingy?
Thanks.
Turn God mode off. Alright, you could use Hurt Me 100 in the console to down yourself. So Skibbs is going to be... Alright, so he's incapped, so you can fall somewhere to incap yourself like that. What you want to do is run straight towards your teammate, holding E in the air and looking at them. As soon as you get close enough, it'll try to pick them up. The moment it starts picking them up, let go of the key. For some reason, you take less damage when you let go after you start picking them up. Not sure why that is, but... So I go forward, look at them, hold E. As soon as it starts picking up, I let go.
Let's roll.
So I only took 6 damage there. Let's see what it is if I don't pick him up. I'm actually not sure. So as you can see, I took 6 damage when I picked him up. When I didn't, I took, what was that, 84 damage? So it cancels a lot of falling damage. And yeah, I guess that's that one's pretty simple. I don't think there's any other method I can think of. I think that covers all the tricks that I can think of. So I guess we are off to Dead Center 1 to start our adventure in showing how to apply all of these things.
Oh, good. We're gonna need a molotov and a defib.
Yep. Thank you, cheats.
Obviously, this first trick is a little modified because it's much easier with 3 or 4 players.
Yes, we only have 2 of us. This is I think this is the one exception that I can think of where you really should have at least 3 players. It's a giant skip though. This is one of the biggest.
I don't know about you, but I'm killing these things.
So, if you find a defib somewhere, I'll cover, by the way, I'll be covering spawns as well. After I explain the trick, I'll cover where the defib spawns, but assuming you have a defib.
Found a vial and a pipe.
Nice. Basically, this ledge right here, what you want to do, you want to be hanging on the, nice. You want to be hanging on the ledge that I'm standing on. The only way to make that hang happen is to stand about at the center where I am and run straight off. Make sure you don't walk. If you walk, you hang on the sides instead, and that is bad.
I owe you one.
You need to be hanging right in the center there. So just, it's very easy, you just run straight off. You want to be hanging there because when you fall, you bounce off of a thing below where I'm hanging.
Thanks.
So when you fall, you'll bounce off of this slanty thing, and it pushes you right through the skylight. That's the word I'm looking for. All right, so go ahead and hang, Skibbs.
All right.
So what determines? Let's go to expert. What determines? There's 2 states of falling that your teammate can do. They can either ragdoll, which you cannot defib. Or they'll be doing the defib animation, which you can defib. So as an example of it not working, yeah, I'm gonna let him bleed out. Bleeding out on the ledge causes a ragdoll because he does an animation where he's like, "No, I'm falling." So you see ragdolled. I cannot defib him. That's bad. Let's go ahead and respawn. Hang again. So you want to make sure. This is why 3 players are important. Somebody should have at least 3 players, 4 ideally, but somebody needs to have the defib out and ready, and the other 2 players needs to shoot the teammate dead, so he does the defib. So go ahead and hang. This time I'll just shoot you down.
Oh, not so much.
Oh, that's unlucky. He ragdolled. So if you get unlucky and the last tick that kills him happens to be from the hang, he'll ragdoll. I meant for him to do the defib that time. Try it one more time. Hopefully, hopefully I won't get unlucky this time. Okay. There we go. Alright, so that's the defib animation. You can see he bounced off of the thing there, and then went right through the skylight. And he can be defib now. When I... Come on, he can be defib now. There we go. So, yeah, you'll have teammates to the side shooting him in a real run. Now, I will show off how to do the defib, which is very, very easy. You might think it's going to be hard to time it. It's not.
Grabbing a molotov.
In fact, I don't really have to time it.
Yeah, not at all. Whoops, I need to be an expert. Let's see, difficulty, impossible. Alright, so I'm going to shoot him down a little bit. We're being kind of tricky here. You can't usually get a Molotov. I'm just using it to show off how this, how you defib the person, since there's only 2 of us.
100.
Okay, that should be good enough. Alright, so I'm gonna give defib. Alright, so I'm just gonna, when the Molotov kills him, he'll do the defib animation as well. So hold your defib out, and just hold left click near the person. And there you go. So
down in the lobby alive and well.
Yep. So basically, there's a kill trigger down there. It will kill you when you fall through it. When you're dead, of course you're already dead. It can't kill you. So you can keep reviving them as they're falling, and then they are... It revives them once they're past the trigger and near the ground. Really nice. Want to do that to me once, Gibbs, so I can see what it looks like falling.
Okay, let me show you where the defib is.
Yeah, I don't usually check a couple of these rooms, so... Okay, on that bed.
Yeah, right.
So there's one of the spawns, there you go. Alright, so, whoops.
Wrong one.
That was a weird no-clip thing I did. Alright, so give yourself a Molotov.
I don't know who started this shit, but let's just stop the friendly fire right now. Somebody needs to help me up.
Alright, throw the Molotov. Anywhere should be fine. Yeah, okay. So now he's just standing near me, holding left click. Almost there, come on, don't run out fire. And there we go. I'm alive! So you can see I already hit the ground by the time I revived. And we're good to go, straight to the exit. Also, that fire almost killed you, that was close. So yeah. Yeah, very easy. You can be, you don't even need to be right next to them when you defib. You could be, I think you could be off to the side like here, or just stand here. Just looking in their general direction's enough. Luckily you don't need to time that, so. Okay, I am going to go over where the defib can spawn potentially. I know pretty much all of them. I don't check a couple of rooms. I'll let you know, Skib, since you know a couple I don't know, I think, to show the rest of them, but... So, defib spots. Corner right here, where the pill is. On that table. On the corner of this table. 2 spots here right next to each other. Corner of this table, which does not spawn very often, but still could happen. In this room, I believe it's on that corner of that bed. I think also, is that this bathroom? It spawns in one of the bathrooms. I think it's this one on the counter. Here next to the TV, I believe, in that corner.
No, that's just the cup. That's the cup of my bane because it looks red like a defib.
Oh, is there no spawn there? Sorry if there's no spawn there. I think. Okay, it might have been this bathroom then. It might spawn this counter. Sorry, I don't know a few spots. Okay. So that one's in that counter,
and
on
then,
that counter.
Of course, on this bed.
Yep, where he found it before. And then you can come through here. Check this. It could be on the table. Or, oh yeah, this is the one on the floor. Or it could be about where that katana is. So 2 spots in here.
And if you're really unlucky, you can be all the way at the end in housekeeping.
Yeah, this will be very slow, but it could spawn here. Just to note.
Bars, I think.
Yeah, I think so. Don't usually check this far, but I think so. Probably not in there. So yeah, that's the general spots where you can find a defib. If you get really lucky, you'll find it in the first room, right on the table somewhere. And that covers dead center 1. Alright. Let's no clip and go into level 2.
Inside now. Oh man, we got lucky.
Alright. ADM, sorry, I have a separate tutorial that covers that already, the window skip.
Let's go kill some zombies.
I have my Twitch chat open on the side. Alright, so, not much note here. I already covered all this pathing in solo. None of this changes in co-op so far. So far. But boy, will something change in a moment. So, another pretty big skip that we found recently. Let me turn on. This is this mode is called R_draw clip brushes 2.
Come on, this way.
These are basically the invisible walls that you clip up against. So let me just real quick, so you can see I get stuck on this. So I'm turning that on so you can see where the clips are, since that's going to be important for this trick. So you want to boost right here where it's open with a throwable. A little late. Turn God mode back on. Okay. There you go. Alright, so once you're out of bounds, it doesn't matter where you go idle to do the teleport. It could be anywhere, because the bot can't get to me. Keep walking this way. You'll take some falling damage right there. That's, I think it's only like 16 or 18. It's not too bad. You want to get through this gap here. There's plenty of options where you can do this throwable boost. You could do it right here, or a consistent way we found was, since it's you want to try to be on level ground as you're approaching your teammate. So that's one thing I forgot to note actually. So yeah, try to be on level ground. So you could do it right here. There's a little ledge you can stand on, and then just walk along this way into the opening and drop down to the other side. Or I mean, you could do it down here somewhere. It's just not. It's not really level.
Grenade!
So you should still try to approach from the side. Up to you.
Fire in the hole!
Alright, so once you're over here, you want to tuck into this corner where the bus and this bush meets. This is actually another thing I have to explain in a moment. Waiting for Skibs to teleport. There we go. Now he's on the other side of the bus, back in bounds. Thank you, Jelly, for finding this. So basically, what happens there, when your teammate teleports to you, they teleport slightly behind you. So if you have your back into a corner like this, they will teleport slightly into the object, and then when the person takes control again, the game will try to move them into a spot where they aren't stuck. It's basically the nearest point, the nearest open point from the object that you're stuck in, which in this case is the other end of this bus right here. So basically he's getting stuck in the bus, taking control. The game tries to move him to somewhere where he's not stuck, and the closest point where it can do that is right here. Right back in bounds.
Look alive. We're getting close
To get that teleport, you want to stand in that corner, Skibs? To get that teleport, you have to make sure you have enough distance here. The minimum distance is about the white line in the road, so as long as you're past this white line, you'll be far enough. Anywhere before the white line. He's moving. He doesn't usually move. It's probably because we went forward. Yeah, usually you wouldn't move when you stand here, and you'd teleport to your teammate. When you go forward towards a safe room, it kind of messes up pathing a bit. There's a backup. You can get him stuck right here. Might as well show that off now. And there we go. So I warp to Skibs, take control pretty much as soon as you see that the warp has happened, and then you just pop out right here. Good stuff. Oh, let me show real quick the angle in the corner here. Skibs. I forgot to show off the angle in the corner. Let me sit here. Okay. So You want your teammate to be off screen so that they teleport more quickly. As we discussed earlier, you don't want to be looking at your teammate or it will try not to teleport them. So you want to look up until they're off the screen, which is about at the leaf right here. So the person sitting in the corner, just look at the leaf. I also like to hold back while I'm in a corner. I think it helps. Like hold the direction towards the corner. You see I'm holding back right now. So there you go. Pretty simple, I would say. If you're doing like a main campaigns run, like the hour-long run, and you want to do this, but you're afraid of, because once you're in this area, if you miss your throwable boosts and you don't have any left, the people here will be stuck, which is not a good thing. So one thing you can do, I'll try to explain it really quickly, and hopefully I'll be clear. Once somebody gets boosted, you can get stuck right here on the other side of this railing. The idea is to go idle. That starts the timer. That needs to count down before the game will teleport the person. So go idle here, get them stuck. Another person, this is for 3+ players, another person can run down the sky bridge here a bit, wait a few seconds after this person goes idle, then they go idle. So when this person teleports, they can't teleport to anybody but the only human player, which would be Skibs out of bounds there. So since you were stuck for a while here, it'll teleport you first. And then as soon as that happens, the person ahead on the sky bridge can take control again, because they won't have teleported yet. That's really hard to explain. I hope if you go through that about 10 times, you'll get what I mean. But basically, it lets you keep somebody in bounds. So you get the guy stuck there, he goes idle first, the guy here goes idle a few seconds later, that guy over there teleports to the guy out of bounds. This guy takes control again, because he went idle so that guy wouldn't teleport here. He would teleport over there. This guy takes control again so that he can keep going, just in case. And then if it fails back there, if you fail the throwable boosts, you don't have any left, those people can go idle and teleport back to the guy doing the regular pathing. I know it's kind of complicated. Hopefully you won't have to do that, though, and you won't have to worry about it if everything goes well. Okay, God, this trick, man. Now, if you don't do all of that complicated stuff, we can quickly cover the cola throws here. If you don't do all that complicated stuff and you just want to play this map normally, you could have somebody get the cola, which is not spawned. I'll give it to myself.
I could just...
got it, let's
okay.
go.
You could relay. I don't want the alarm to be going off if I open the door. So depending on how many players you need or you have, it'll change who's waiting where. If you have 2 players, it's usually best to have somebody up on this ledge where Skibbs just was. We'll cover the 2-player first and ramp up from there. So you can grab the cola, come out of here, do the melee throw, which I hope you watch my solo tutorial. You'll know what the melee throw is. Cola will go pretty far, and then they can grab it and keep going to turn it in.
I got his cola, let's go.
Or if you have a few people, you could have somebody standing down here. You can stand here, I guess, Skibbs. You can throw the cola to the person down there. I'll go up now. You can throw it up to me. And then they can throw it up over this railing, just like that, and then turn it in. If you have 4 people, that's the same, except you can do a melee throw from here in the cola store. It'll slide along the ground, and somebody could just be out here waiting to grab it, and then toss it to the guy down here, and then he can toss it up here. There's a bunch of options, depending on how many people you have and how comfortable you are with the throws.
Got the cola.
It's also possible from somewhere around here, come up on this balcony, see if we can show this off. It's possible to throw it directly to a person on that balcony from here. It's kind of hard though. It's It's right at the max of the throw. I missed it. Come on. Yeah. Did I get it? Oh, I just fell short. Yeah, this one's kind of hard. I wouldn't really recommend doing it this way.
The E key is a little finicky with it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to grab the cola in midair, but you can get it over the banister like I just did. Yeah, I think that probably covers the relay. I think that'll do. Okay, next map. It's just a really quick thing to note on the next map.
That was a little too close.
Catch up on my chat real quick. Old version has more skips than newest, a bit. Co-op doesn't change much in the old version of the game which we're running right now, 2008. There's only a few changes, which we'll cover in the next tutorial.
Let's go find the evacuation
More changes in
center.
solo than it does
I'm
in
already
co-op.
sick of this place.
Alright, so all this is the same as solo. Okay, let me do a little bit of background real quick. So there is a trigger here that determines which of these paths are open, whether it's the right one, which is closed, or the left one, which is open. Your team collectively needs to have taken, I think it's 175 total damage to health by the time you hit the trigger that is right here. If you take that much damage or more, the left path will be open all the time, and the left path is faster. So right now we only have 150 health in our pool because the kick players don't count. So the left path is open. So if you have 4 players, you want to make sure that you take enough damage to force that path to open. So you can have them jump off right here. Good thing we've found is to have them go... Oh, I have God mode on, right? Is to have them incap. You want them to incap on the steps right here. The zombies will spawn near them. Ideally, the zombies will get on them. And that'll hold up the spawns for the people running ahead. So that they have a lot less to deal with. We usually have 2 people go down to make sure that we hit that health threshold. Usually we have 1 guy go down and 1 guy just simply suicide. Which it should kill me. Oh, I have to do a jump. Whoops. I don't usually do this part. So yeah, from this railing, if you just jump, if you don't land on the staircase, you'll die. So 1 person can die, 1 person can incap. And again, the incap guy is just to hold up the zombies so they spawn near him. And he defibbed me.
Stop shocking me.
So yeah. Just make sure that you've taken a total of about 175 health by the time you hit the trigger that's up ahead, and you'll be good. Okay, I think that's...
Come on,
yeah, that's it for this level. Okay, atrium. The last level of Dead Center.
Is there some way to turn off this alarm?
Where is the safe room? Safe room, safe room. Here it is. I'm gonna heal this time.
Hold up,
Yeah.
at least I made it.
Everything I'm saying will be, it's in a local recording that will be on YouTube. So don't worry if you missed anything. Alright, atrium.
What's wrong?
This is a big one as well. You can completely skip the trigger that starts the
We
finale.
aren't getting saved. We're gonna have to save ourselves.
This one I can't show.
No shit.
Oh, right, yeah. No, you can see this one. Okay, so you can see the clip here. We're going to be throwable boosting onto the top of this clip right here to get out of bounds. So here we go. Ooh, close. This one's a very high angle. You want to be about 60 to 61 degrees. So it does tend to be pretty difficult, and you have to use the pistol to time this, or some method to time it, rather than just walking towards your teammate. So close. I think I went early. There we go. Alright, I was going a little bit too early. So, you can see that boost was perfect. I'm on top of the clip now. Ideally, you'll have a bile. It's really easy to do this with a bile. It's very hard to do it with a pistol time and a Molotov. So the clip is above the fence. You can see it extends from the railing of the bridge, the wooden railing. So just make sure you stay above that. Now we're out of bounds. So when this person's out of bounds, make sure you don't drop off of this ledge until everybody has gone idle, or it tends to break it. So as soon as you see everybody go idle, which is just skibs, you can drop down, and then look for the first group right here. Okay, and there you go, skibs warped. So we bypassed the finale trigger, so there is no finale right now, and you can't see the gas can highlights, because that's part of the trigger. So be careful, because if you throw the gas can somewhere weirdly off to the side, you can't see it through walls, and you are going to have a hard time finding where it is. Like, we would have a very hard time knowing that's over there now. What we like to do is when we find a group, we say 1.
Got it.
If we find another group, we'll say 2. Each of us says 1 or 2. We keep our own counts until it totals 6 groups. There's 6 groups, and then the one in front of the elevator. So once we count up to 6 total, then we know that we have it. So there's one group. Usually the person that gets boosted will check this group, and then go around here, check this group,
Not up there.
which isn't there.
Anybody wanna lend me a
Whoops.
hand here?
Like solo, you have to get all 13 cans, not 8 cans. So you have to check all of the spots. So I guess real quick, I'll also cover how to throw them. Good angles to throw them at. So if you get groups here, I like to do a melee throw towards the car like that. Be careful. That one can bounce behind the car. Just try to pay attention. You can pick it up later if you see it bounce in a bad place. This group, that could be in the corner here. I bring them forward, and I do just a regular throw there. Melee throw, they tend to go wildly to the side, so I just do a normal throw here. Then this person can keep going. Check this group, which is here.
Got it.
Bring it through the skylight. There are a couple of options. If you have all the gas cans by this point, you could carry them this way, although it's probably not necessary. I usually take them through the skylight. So you can throw them down there. Just, again, make sure you know where they landed. I actually had that one just bounce down the staircase. Yeah, be careful when you throw them. Make sure you know where they're landing. And then you can, you could potentially throw it here. Careful you don't land it on the kiosk, though. Or,
Got it.
easier spot is you can bring them this way and throw it over here. Yeah. Melee throws are good here if you can get them. And be careful it doesn't land on top of this kiosk either. That covers the person that gets boosted. Usually, if you have 4 players, somebody will follow that person. And they can go this way. You could split up the 3rd floor depending on what you want to do. The other people, as soon as they warp, you can drop here. Be careful. Make sure you land on this railing here to take less damage. Just walk straight out, land on the railing. Or if you warp a bit late, you could do it from this side too. Just like that. And then somebody can go this way. There's a group here. I like to go on the bridge, throw it straight towards the car so that doesn't bounce in any weird directions. I don't like to throw this one at an angle, because then it can go on the planter there and weird places. Same for this group. I carry him over here and then throw him straight. And he could drop down here. This pretty much covers solo now, I guess. There could be a group there. Just throw it that way. Another person usually breaks off over this bridge. Can get this group.
Got it.
Be very careful throwing these as well.
Got it.
And then, depending on where the cans spawn, the person going this way might have time to keep going in this direction and pick up this group too. And then finally, The last group, if you get really unlucky, is on the second floor, all the way in this corner. For this one, usually the person that splits off up here checks that group. You can drop down, say, from here onto this railing to make it fast from the third floor. So you'd be coming in from here, and then you could break off and drop down right here. And then to get down from here, you can go to the scaffolding too. You won't take any damage there. Okay, I think... Did I cover everything there? I think so. Lots to note. Probably have to watch that multiple times. And then, I think I covered this in the solo. I'll do it real quick, but... To turn the gas cans, don't just turn them in. You have to start the finale script, or they won't count. You start that by hitting this information desk. Just use your use key on it. It takes about 5 seconds or so after you hit this before the gas cans start counting, so I usually hit it.
Let's get some gas.
I'll come over here, stand in front of here for a moment, then I'll take an adrenaline, which I don't have on me, but I would have taken it, and then start turning in.
Come on.
It's very important to make sure you wait that long, or the gas cans will not count, and you will not be able to finish the finale, because they won't respawn.
I've got it. We still need
Okay.
10 more.
I think that'll do. Can't think of anything else.
I got one.
Oh, real quick, I guess, just show the bile. If you're lucky,
Bile jar.
you will have a bile coming into Atrium this last level. Try to make sure if you get a bile, you keep it
Puke in the
specifically
hole.
for this. Approach from an angle. We like to approach from an angle from over there.
Fight amongst yourselves.
You just do a walk. And bile boost. Aim straight up. Ooh.
I'm down.
And when you get boosted, make sure
Over here and help.
you're careful to land on this clip,
Thanks.
because you can slip off the other side, or you can slip back down. Just gotta make sure you're right above the banister here. Okay. And there is dead center for you. I guess we'll go to Dark Carnival next. Dark Carnival. There totally won't be a cut in the video here because I totally didn't go to the bathroom. Ahem. Be right back.
Great. Now I gotta play interference while he goes to the John. How you doing, chat? You doing well, chat? It's good to hear, chat.
So, not much going on here. There is one nice potential boost. Drop off the bridge here. Make sure you catch this ledge first, or you're gonna have a bad time if you fall directly from the top here down to the road. Catch this ledge first. Usually like to try to land and get a bunny hop on that hill. Make your way to the pool area. Just slide my chair in. Okay. Make your way to the pool area. And there is a nice clip, much like Atrium, that you want to get on top of right here. Check the left here. There could be throwables. Like that one. Use a pipe, because chances are we won't have a bile, and if you do get a bile, you kind of want to preserve it. So it is better to use a pipe or a molotov here. And there we go. So now I'm on the clip. There's a couple of ways you can get down. There's a ledge. You could see I can drop off of the clip here. It's kind of hard without showing the clips to know when you're going to drop off, so I miss this sometimes, but basically you want to run off of here. I like to run off, hold left strafe, and curl to the left a bit. There's a little ledge you can catch down there. I missed it. So you can avoid taking falling damage if you get it. There it is. You have to curl pretty quickly. It's kind of difficult. But there's a little ledge you can catch there. Or you can also, once your head clears this roof, you can do a quick curl and land on that little ledge or on the railing, which I've been practicing lately. I like this method more. And like if you catch this ledge, you can just fall back down and continue on. I like that method myself. I think a lot more than the trying to catch the other ledge.
You guys hear me?
Okay, let me show the angle here.
Pipe bomb
So,
out.
the angle here, I always use a mark. I never looked at what the angle is. It looks like it's about 59. Basically, I look up until the wooden bit at the top of the motel sign is off screen.
Chase this,
Just
you
off the bottom of my
zombie
screen.
bastards.
So right about there will do. And then you do the regular pistol timing to boost your teammate. And once that happens,
Grabbing a shot.
there's a stuck spot. First stuck spot, I think we're showing off. Oh, second one maybe. Just jump right up here. Anywhere on this wall. Yeah, go ahead, forward. Just keep running forward. So once you boost your teammate, you can just go idle right here. See, he tries to get off of the fence, but he can't. Get stuck. And there's the warp. Sometimes you will go back to the beginning using that warp. It's somewhat random. I'm just gonna have to hope it doesn't happen to you. And where am I right now? And real quick, if you have more teammates alive, when somebody tries to warp, you don't want your other teammates to be alive. So, as soon as the person's ready to do that warp on that fence, they could be covering from back here, and then you just jump off of here to kill yourself.
Searchlight's over there.
Make sure you
Give me a
jump
way
from the
out.
top here. Land on the road. Whoops. Be careful that doesn't happen. Because if it does, it'll try to get you up, and then you're stuck. So yeah, just, that would kill me if I didn't have God mode on. Alternate way is there's a truck here. You could also get up on the truck, which is a little more finicky. Slightly. It's not too bad. And then just jump from here. Couple options.
I
Highway's
think
blocked.
we
Let's cut through this
Okay.
find a
hotel.
More what?
better way to do this. So, for the future, we need to figure that out.
Yeah, maybe. There
shoot that
might be
car.
some more we can do, but that's a good base to start from. What do we do if you do get teleported back to the start? Yeah, backing that up is there's not too much you can do. Pretty much the only backup that we've found so far, if you teleport here instead of to your teammate, is to just run forward.
These abandoned cars go on for miles.
If you notice early on that there's a gas can here or something, you can run back to it and vote expert and down yourself with the gas can to kill yourself. Or you can just keep going and then jump off, which is kind of slow, but yeah, we should probably try to find another stuck spot here. I don't know of any right now, though. So killing yourself is the only good backup, but as long as you're the only one alive, along with the person that's in front, the other two people kill themselves before you go idle, usually it works, so you shouldn't have to use the backup. Hopefully not. Just make sure the other two people die first. You don't want them to be incap, they have to be dead, and then go idle. And you'll be good. Okay.
This is why we got guns.
That's Dark Carnival 1.
That, my friends, is how you do it.
Dark Carnival 2. Where it all began. Okay. Nothing to really note all through here. So, usually we boost here. Use pistol timing up against this wall. This one's pretty easy because it's a low angle. See, you just got that first try. It's very forgiving where you can look. I usually like to look at this light here. Around the bottom to middle, equal with that portion of the light. Just like this. Could even be a little bit lower potentially.
Grenade!
But it's alright. Yeah, careful being that Careful being that tilted towards your teammate. You usually want to be more straight onto a wall when you're doing a throwable boost, or you can easily sail right past them and the throwable won't hit you. And then after you boost the teammate, the whole team can do this, by the way. You want to make sure, where's that? There it is. You want to make sure that you stay around this corner where this bush is against the wall. You can see this nav I'm standing on, this big square. You can see my green line, I'm attached to it. You want to make sure that you are attached to this nav when you go idle. Any of the other ones around here, like this one, this little one, won't work. It won't work if you're attached to this one. Make sure you stay up against the wall and around the bush when you idle. For some reason, it works much better that way. And there you go. And again, just make sure you look away from your teammates so they warp quickly. As soon as everybody warps in, you can jump down here. You can jump straight down. It's like 15, 16 damage. If you don't want to take any damage, you can land on the white ledge right here, where it's a little elevated. And then this is normal. So there's a couple methods right here. This is a clip I cannot show off. Some clips don't show up when I turn on this mode, but there is a clip here. You can see I'm standing on it. It extends up from the railing. A new spot here is on this railing. You have to use a bile because you need to get a horizontal, a low angle bile for a horizontal boost. When you're the thrower, strafe out a bit more. Okay. You want to try to be on the outer edge of that railing so that the jumper can approach at a bit of an angle. And there you go. Nice. So got right on this clip here. So that's a pretty low angle. Actually, just learned this the other day. I'll try it once. I don't know exactly what the angle is. I think it's like,
Puke in the hole.
I think it was around here, 45-ish. 45 to 50, I believe.
Yourselves.
Yeah, that looked pretty good. That was 45. Alternatively, you can do a boost from down here, which would be a bit easier. The warehouse skip. I could, I'll gloss over the warehouse skip real quick in a moment. So you could also boost from down here. This one, whoops, missed it. This one you want to throw straight up.
Fight amongst yourselves.
There we go. And then they can just go to the safe room. Now, stay in the safe room. So, as they go to the safe room, your bot is going, when you go idle, it's going to try to get to this console.
We need to turn on the power to open this door.
They stop at this nav here. So, you want to be near the center of this nav so that your bot doesn't move and will teleport to your teammate. So you can see he didn't move there. If I walk away a bit, he'll move forward until he gets there and then stop. You can see he's trying to adjust himself to the center of the nav, so you want to try to be in the center as much as you can be. So you probably have to find a mark on the ground, but close enough is good enough. So you go idle here. La la. And there we go. Hey, that's the end of the level. I shut the door. Well, I'm gonna rewind to that level real quick. But yeah, you want to go idle there. There's also there's another spot I need to show off where you can get stuck. Change level. Oh. There's a stuck spot you can use as well if you do the other bile, the horizontal bile. Okay.
Anybody hear me?
You get back over there. So, as you probably saw at the beginning of this run, if you do the horizontal bile from this railing here, you can come back this way. Go over the fence here, step right down here, and this is a stuck spot. So go ahead into the safe room. Don't close the door though. Okay, so he's stuck. Hopefully I won't be in the beginning safe room. I'll appear where Skibbs is. Come on. There we go. So that's a nice backup spot, and really you should use that spot if you do the horizontal bile. And then really quick, there's a potential skip here. I don't know, we haven't done it. I'm not sure it's worth it. But just to note real quick, so it's cataloged here. You can get over this clip. You could throwable boost this right over this clip right here, and then I think it's been a while since I tried this. I think you just run along the roof here. Yeah, run along the roof here, and you can get back in bounds right here. Make sure you don't drop here. This is out of bounds. That is bad. You want to run along from here. So it does skip a bit. The problem is that you need a teammate near you to do the boost at the window here, which is worth a lot more time. That's why we don't usually do it, but just in case. That's this noted real quick. We don't need to actually do it, I just wanted to note it. Okay. And let me think. Yeah, coaster's fast. There's just a couple of spots you can use to warp to teammates. Otherwise, nothing changes. So let's just go to coaster real quick. Skibbsy.
Everybody inside.
Coming.
Yay, he's arrived.
That was way too close.
Yeah, that skip is okay. The problem is that you then can't do the other boost at the window past it, which is much better. But I do want to catalog everything, so it's good. Okay, so
Let's try the maintenance room.
if teammates are behind when they get to this point, usually we use this spot. You can jump up. I don't usually do this, but yeah, there we go. So you can jump up on these boxes here in the shelving unit, and then up top. And then you want to go, I think, anywhere against the back wall works. And you can just go idle here. That's right there. I think it's against the back wall too. You go forward, let me try it. I'll see. We'll see if it works, but yeah, you can get you can get the bot stuck here and then teleport back to the people that are ahead. Oh, okay, yeah, it does look like you need to be in that corner.
Yeah, you need to tuck into that electrical box there.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, they try to go that way and they get stuck. And you can see, by the way, if you're stuck, you'll still teleport to a teammate even if they're close. So that's just a quick note there. There's one more spot. We haven't really used it, but just for another note, you can get stuck right here as well in the coaster. You have to crouch and stick in here as much as you can. So you can see I let go of crouch, but I'm still crouched. And then just go idle here, and it'll be stuck. So that's from dropping down from this fence. That's 1, 2 supports in, and then jump right in the corner here. Trying to tuck in as much as you can before you go idle. Oh, I actually popped out, but just a little thing to note. Oh, and really quick, I actually kind of forgot to mention hanging while you have teammates in the game. I don't think I covered that in solo, so really quick, the game predicts, if the game predicts that your fall will be fatal, like if I run straight off of here, it'll predict that's a fatal fall because that's pretty far. It'll make you hang like that. That happens while other teammates are up and alive. If Skibbs incaps or dies, and I'm the only one left standing, it won't actually make you hang. You can't hang. If other teammates are alive, to avoid hanging, just hold your jump key. And it won't do any hangs. So sometimes you'll want to hold your jump key to do some skips, like this one, for example. If he's alive, if I try to just jump and then I let go of my key to make it to the bushes there, which I covered this in my solo, the coaster skip, but you can see it forces me to hang.
I owe you one.
So when I jump here, I hold my jump key to make sure I don't hang on the sides. You'll be doing that here. You'll be doing that. You'll be doing that here, which I covered in the solo. Well, it's possible not to hang here. I guess it depends on how you do the jump. But you'll hang there sometimes. So yeah, most of the jumps I just hold my jump key to make sure I don't hang by accident. Okay, next level, there's another quick thing. Luckily, Dark Carnival is definitely easier overall to explain,
close one.
I'd say. There's basically an alternate way to skip the barns. Instead of using the generator spot that I showed in the solo here, you could potentially come over here to this fence. Oops, wrong key. There we go. As you can see, there's no clip on the top of the fence.
Heads up!
Good enough. Oh. Usually you will be using a pipe or molotov, by the way, not a bile, but... Yeah, right over the fence. There you go. And then you can activate this, and the other people will catch up while the person ahead waits after they've activated this. And then hopefully you've saved the bile, and you can use it for the final run to the safe room, etc., etc. Covered that in solo too. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this map's just that one boost. Yeah. Little note. Okay. Finale. We'll cover that real quick.
We got lucky.
Just an extra note for co-op fitting people in the Jesus spot. Not anything to note otherwise. So, the Jesus spot here. It's very hard to fit 4 people in this spot. It's possible, but it's really tight, and chances are you're not going to be able to fit everybody properly. You can go to this end much more than to the other end. Like, pretty much the furthest you go you can go to this end is right about here, equal with the edge of this railing. It's roughly around here, all the way over to pretty much the edge here. So if you want to fit 4 people, you need to like have one near the railing, have one sticking out here, have one here, have one sticking out here. You got to kind of stagger them. So we usually have 1 or 2 people suicide, which you can just you can climb up on here, and then jump straight off to suicide. 3 people fit fairly comfortably, but 2's fine as well. So you could just stick everybody next to each other, starting from over here. And make sure you don't go too far in this direction. You're good to go. Okay. Swamp Fever. This will be fun. Level 1. This is another one of the biggest skips in the game for co-op. Gotta wait through the intro. Okay, out of gas. No CETA, no military, stay out. Alright, so there is a ideally you'll have a grenade launcher to do the skip. There is a backup with a bile that's harder, but it's still possible. So quickly, to get a grenade launcher, there are 2 spawns before the spot. Let me walk up to this. Okay, so you started, you're from the start, coming from the start. Jump over this, the fence here. Enter this house through this door on the right, which will be closed. Open the door. A grenade launcher can spawn on this cabinet thingy. Dresser? That's a dresser. Right on top of it. And then when you grab that, you can fire a grenade to destroy this door. Get it out of your way. Go right through the window. And the other spot is in here. We didn't get anything this time. It's right on this shelf. Right there. Either spot could have a chainsaw or a grenade launcher. So hopefully you will get a grenade launcher. And then the fun begins. So,
Weapons over here.
Plenty of ways you can do this. If there's other, if you're not comfortable with this and you find another way, that is great. Whatever works for you. This is our setup, though, that we'll be showing off. So let me show first. Let me get into position to show that real quick. So the guy with the grenade launcher,
Guns here.
you want to aim at about, looks like it's about between 17 and 18 degrees, away from this little stump sticking out of the ground a bit. I aim at this roof here, right about there. And then the person getting launched stands on the stump and jumps continuously. This is where the timing comes in. You want to, as a host at least, you fire when they're at or slightly past the apex of their jump. I think I was too late on that. Oh, that was really close. Come on. Might not be close enough to him. Let's try that. So close. There we go. And he got across the water. So real quick, I'll show that as the jumper. So I usually try to stand, you don't have to be exactly at the center here, I usually stand at as close to the center of the stump as I can, jump continuously. The person, by the way, that's doing the launch, they want to line up between the person jumping and the gap over there, because as you can see, there's giant clips. You need to get right between that gap. So Skibbs is about at the right place, so you jump. Now keep in mind, he is a client and he has a ping, so he right now, and there you go. So Skibbs is firing his grenade when I touch down on the ground to compensate for the ping. So that will be different. Your timing is going to be different than when I fired my grenade. You'll have to get a feel for it. Unfortunately, I can't help with that. So once you get the boost, you can see you can stand here. I can't go forward. There's a clip. So usually you have a third person, or maybe the person doing the jump will activate the crescendo. It's the generator over there. Go ahead. As soon as it activates, that clip goes away. You go right through. So ideally that's going to be activated before this jump happens. Go ahead and do another grenade launch.
Heads up.
As you can see, when the clip's gone, we can just sail right through. And when you land, you can try to bunny hop and keep the speed going, but that's really difficult. So there's the grenade launcher method. There's a backup method with a bile that you can use. The most consistent way we found is to do it from over here. If you stand right next to that little stump, not on it, but right next to it, at the edge of the pier. Do you know where to aim, Skibbs?
Not really, but I'll give it a
Okay,
shot.
let me, I can tell you the, I think, trying to remember, I think it's 38 degrees or so. Let me give it a shot. Yeah, it should be 35, 36, looks about right. Go ahead and do the jump. Make sure it makes it.
Get on the boat.
Ooh,
Not quite.
really close. That was really close. I may need to aim slightly higher. It's 38 now.
Everyone on the boat. Help.
Ooh. Yeah, be careful you don't hang. That's something that could happen. Well, I guess if you hold space, you're probably gonna fall into the water and die. I suppose it might be better to hang, honestly.
Get to the boat. Puke in the hole.
Okay.
Get on the
Ooh, jump was a bit
I need
late.
some help.
Get on the boat.
So I'm aiming at, I'm pretty sure this angle is gonna work now. Aiming at 40. There you go. Alright.
Okay,
40 was good. So that landed him right over there. It's pretty tight.
Everyone on the boat.
You stand here. I aim for the gap right about there. So yeah, aim at 40 degrees. It's a gap in the tree there.
Get on the boat.
And then I'll show the jump off.
Everyone on the boat. Heads up.
Okay, that was close. There we go. I almost jumped late. You can do it with a straight jump. Sometimes, if I have a little bit of an angle, I do hold strafe and curl a bit in the air to compensate. A straight jump works, though. Also, if the throw is at the later end, you won't get enough distance. This throw you want to be on the earlier end than the later end. Is usually better. Aimed up a little too much.
Heads up.
Get on the boat.
See, it's kind of difficult, but it works. You can practice it, get pretty good at it.
Everyone on the boat.
It takes some doing. An easier spot, just in case,
Get on the boat.
is, I believe, over here. We haven't really used this, but
Everyone on the boat.
I know we were trying it, and I think it's a bit easier.
Get to the boat.
The only problem is the height. You're not really at a good height against your teammate.
I can't do this on my own. Get on the boat.
Give health. As I said, we haven't really tried this one. It's a potential spot, though, if you just boost straight across. But the height is a problem.
Get on the boat.
Try one more time. Yeah, you can experiment with that if you'd like. I would recommend the pier, though. I think the pier is probably better. They really want to get on that boat. And I guess really quick potential bile spawns I usually run by here. Check the left. You can see it's on the counter there. If we don't get the grenade launcher, we like to split up and check this house. This has the most potential to spawn it. There's a corner here, corner there, 2 corners there that it could be in, and the second floor on the shelf, which is there. There's a corner, adrenaline. It's nice. Bunch of spots here on the desks in the corner there. There's a lot of spots. Also, pick up an adrenaline if you can. Pass it to the guy that's jumping so that he can use it next level. That's another little note. Okay. Oh, and as for the guy here, I think I covered it in solo, but you can get an adrenaline there or in that corner, just in case you don't have one yet on this table. There could be one there, but it's rare. Corner there. Right here where that bile is. And there. Those are all the spots that are in the way that are easy to get. Alright. Swamp Fever 2.
Man, we got lucky.
We're past the halfway point. Not too bad. Okay, so ideally you're going to have an adrenaline, use it right out of the door. Go straight across the water here. Check for adrenaline, blah blah blah. I covered that in the solo. So there is an interesting launch that can be done here. Probably won't be doing this if 2 people are in the front near each other, because usually, I want to explain real quick, usually one person is going to use adrenaline out of the gate and be really far ahead. So you probably won't have an opportunity to do this, but just in case you have 2 people close to each other, I guess real quick, a grenade launcher can spawn here, where it is, you can see at the shed there. And the only other spot I know about is on the boat here. In case you don't have one yet, it can be on the front of the boat here. So you get a grenade launcher, and then stand about in the middle where this brown patch is, kind of equal to the trees on the right. It's you'll get a feel for the spot, but let me approach Skibs here so you can kind of get a feel for where that is in the area. It's right there. You're aiming to jump to the plane in the distance. Here goes. Nice. You want to land, make sure you land on top of here first. If you fly past it, you're going to take a lot of damage if you land directly on the wing. So I usually curl. I hold right and curl a bit to make sure I land on top of the plane. Ooh. Oh, the Swamp Fever 1 warp. Yeah, really quick note about Swamp Fever 1. Once you launch the previous level, once you launch somebody across the water, players can either kill themselves or they can go idle if they have an adrenaline or something that they wanna take in the next level. You can go idle anywhere, and the bots can't get to the person that's ahead, so they'll warp. Pretty simple. Just to preserve an adrenaline if you get it. Thank you, Bill. Okay, so I will do this launch now. So you want to aim, there's the first fork in the tree, then the second fork in the tree. Aim at about the second fork, which is close to 38 degrees, 37 to 38. And then, yeah, make sure you hold right strafe and curl your mouse to the right to land on top of the plane. That'll be important, otherwise the angle kind of sends you towards the nose of the plane, and it's you don't want to be there. I'll do it one more time. And then when you land on the plane, of course, try to bunny hop. Keep that speed going. Good luck with that. I can barely get that. It's very hard. There you go. So that's just a little bit of a backup. And then usually, since somebody's ahead, that's the theme of Swamp Fever, somebody is ahead, like at all times if you have good adrenaline. The people in the back can get a gas can or a Molotov to kill themselves, vote expert, and then they can kill themselves while the person ahead completes it. There's usually gas cans in the plane. You can see there's one right there. There can be one in the back over here. There's nothing this time. I think this corner too. I'm not usually the one that does the dying, but... And then there's Molotovs any number of places along the way, like here and here. Anywhere that other stuff can spawn. In the shed. Chances are you're going to get a Molotov somewhere. It's pretty unlucky not to. On the pier, you see there were 2 Molotovs at least. Also, gas can be on the pier. So just make sure you have some sort of fire to kill the people in the back. You know, we never look for a stuck spot on this level. We should do that sometime.
Is
I
it
wonder.
worth it?
If the people in the back have some throwables, it might be. I'm not sure. Okay, nothing else to note here.
Hello.
Next level, I'll just note gas cans real quick.
That was a close one.
Nothing, there's no co-op skips in the next level. It's just basically people keeping up for backup, and then they'll suicide on a gas can usually, once the person ahead is safe. So just real quick, the gas can spawns here most of the time. It can be like under this ledge. I don't know all the spots exactly, but it's usually here or in the hut, or again, you could have a Molotov. I'm not sure if there's any spawns up here. You might want to look through the level and just look for some gas cans when you investigate stuff. You could also like come into the sheds. There's Molotovs here. Just look around for some stuff. And then once the person ahead's ready, you could just suicide. The rest of this pathing I've covered already. Nothing special here. Just wanted to note on the fire. Alright, finale.
At least I made it.
This one's also quick. There's a co-op Jesus spot that's easier and faster than the solo annoying one in the tree. So this is all normal, blah blah blah. Alright, so the person ahead, the host, ideally, will be hitting the radio. The other 2 people, first of all, can get the adrenaline over here at the table. To the right, I'll show the path real quick. So you drop down, you'd be coming out of here, go to the right. You could also check what throwables are there. There's always throwables here, at least something is always there, usually a bunch. And then you can get an adrenaline on the table here. Ideally, as many people should get adrenaline as have spawned here, so there's 2 this time. Then, after the radio's hit, you can throwable boost back up this hole. Quick note, make sure it's a pipe or a Molotov, because the bile will attract a horde and could potentially make the finale longer. Ooh. You know, you could just use a pipe. It's probably easier, honestly. Because this is a really low angle.
Is that a bottle of puke?
a
Okay.
pipe bomb.
So you can just do a walk here. It's a pretty low angle. That's pretty good. So, once you're up here, they can't path to you anymore. We usually stand over here. Yeah, I'll get to that in a moment. So the fastest way to do this, as soon as the person gets boosted, is for everybody else to have a Molotov and vote expert and kill everybody underneath the hole real quick. The person up here can shoot them as well. That's the fastest way. I would only recommend doing that in an individual campaign run of Swamp Fever. And like main campaigns, it is kind of dangerous because then you have one person alone that has to make it to the boat, and they could get caught by something. Alternatively, if you don't want to kill everybody and you want to be safe, from the hole, you can exit through the front door, come over this way. You want to jump onto the bush here and get near this corner and go idle. They'll be stuck here, and as long as everybody goes idle, they'll warp to the person that went back through the hole. There you go. And also, yes, a quick note too. The person that gets boosted, if you plan for the other players to idle and catch up, you can drop down here and start running backwards just to make sure that you're far enough from the people that are warping. It'll also cause the zombies to despawn when you're far enough away from them, which is nice too. And then you don't have to quite go all the way back. Probably here's fine. Once everybody warps, just make your way back up here. Be careful that you're not down there when a tank spawns, because he can path to you potentially. It's safest to just be on this awning overhead thing. We've never had a tank path to us when we stand here. It's safer that way. Also note, sometimes a group of zombies can spawn up on the roof there. If you hear them, be careful. You might need to get to the edge here and jump and shoot at them. It can happen. It's not very common, but it can happen. And then as soon as the second tank's gonna die, you just drop back through the hole and make your way to the gate. And you are good to go. Alright, that's Swamp Fever finale. Excuse me. Okay. 2 campaigns left. I think Hard Rain's gonna be fairly easy, probably. Besides the grenade launcher, I guess. Well, okay, maybe not that easy. There are some things to note. So first level is, the idea is grenade launcher. Find a grenade launcher, hopefully. It's not a high spawn chance, but there are a lot of spots where it can spawn, which I'll cover real quick. One thing we like to do is, as soon as it starts, somebody jump off the pier and die so that they can enter the spectator free roam camera, which, real quick, is if you go to options, multiplayer, spectating free look, enable that, and then when you die, I guess I might as well do that real quick without God mode. Alright, so when you die, you can press space to cycle through the camera methods. So you see that one's following Skibs. And here's the spectator free roam, so I can look around the level now. So we like to have somebody suicide to look around for the grenade launcher. I guess I might as well stay in spectator. So grenade launcher spawns. First one is over the trailer here, to the right, in this back right corner. It can be right there. The burnt out house up here, this one is very inconvenient. Hopefully you don't get it, but it can spawn, I think it's like right in front of the plank here. It's about there. Next one is in the corner of this house, the broken corner. It's right on the floor, right at the corner, right there. You can see it when you walk by. Also, side note, the person should look for adrenaline in the ambulance. You'll be using that on the way back. Hopefully you'll get one. There's a spot, I think it's right here. It's at the garage sale. Here, or here. It's one of those spots. It's right about there. Back of this pickup, this white pickup, right in the flat bed. I always try to say flatbread. And the back of this one, which is pretty close to that one. Shut up, Nick. And then under here, where you can see a chainsaw spawn. So we didn't get any grenade launcher. It's just a chainsaw. That's all the spots that it can spawn in. And then also this person can check for what's in the safe room, because you can use this stuff on the way back as well. So you can see there's a couple adrenaline, bile. So yeah, level 1 is all about checking, basically. I just respawned after it ended. Nice. Interesting. I wonder where I'm gonna spawn when this next map starts. We've never done that before. Like, that was perfect timing, Skibs. Excellent. I spawned in the safe room. Aw. Alright, so hopefully you have a grenade launcher. If not, well, you won't be able to do a skip, but it's a hard skip too. All this stuff is normal. Here's where it gets fun. Thank you again, Jelly, for this gem. Before we do the launch, firstly, you are clearing this clip right here. You need to get all the way over this purple clip that extends out from this fence. It's really high, so this is quite a high angle for the grenade launch. You're going to be sailing over this clip, and then you can see there's another clip inside of these trees. You're aiming to land on this clip, and then from here, you walk straight off onto the railing here, and you can continue on. So, let's try the launch. This will be fun. So you want to stand on the outside of the bushes where he is. I'll show the angle in a moment. Ooh, a little early. Hold left strafe, curl your mouse slightly, and land right in the trees. The curl is pretty important.
We're on X. Whoops.
Oh, hey, we are. I turned God mode back on. It's alright. Yeah, you shouldn't be on expert. Should be on easy. Forgot to change it. It's alright. So yeah, usually when I approach, I angle about to the corner of that building, right there, or the edge of the building, whatever you want to call it, and then as soon as the launch happens, I switch to left strafe, and I curl my mouse to the left. This is one of the hardest skips, I would say, out of anything. You land right on the tree. Let me, I'll do that showing the clip brushes now. So you'll see I sail over the purple, and I land on the red. A little early. Right over the purple, land on the red, and then just keep going forward. And then from here, you could just walk along this way. Maybe try some bunny hops. Jump through here. Carefully avoid that clip. It extends up from this light. Then you can jump onto the pipes here. And now you're in the building, making progress. So I'll show off that angling now. Alright, so we're at the, just on the outside of this, the bushes that are right here. And the angle is, this is 50, 51, roughly. I aim in the gap of the tree right here. Okay, give it a shot. Okay. So yeah, then you just do the curl and you're good. Now, after the person gets launched ahead, you need to catch up to him. So we have a stuck spot. Pretty easy. Come back here. Jump behind this table right in the corner. They can't get out from here. And then go idle, and hopefully it won't fail, and you'll teleport to the person ahead. Okay. So that's doing the skip forward. We'll get to it in reverse soon. Now, for this drop, potentially, if the person that gets skipped ahead, if you do that, and he can find a propane tank, I guess you can still do the solo strategy here. That would be okay. Then everybody else will have to suicide. But much easier than that, because chances are you won't get a propane tank. Yeah. Much easier than that. You can use the fall cancel that we covered at the beginning. So you run straight off. Do not jump. Make sure you don't jump or you'll die. You want to run straight off, holding your jump key so that you don't hang. And you want to aim to land at the center of that house. Skib slipped a bit far in the back. Hopefully it'll still work. Let's see. Hold E towards teammate. There you go. So as soon as it picks him up, let go of E. If you don't let go of E, you'll take a lot more damage. Letting go is pretty important. So yeah, to do the fall, you just run straight off. I kinda, right before I hit, I sort of tap backwards just to make sure I don't slide too much. If you land on the, you can see it's quite a bit higher at the center of the house. If you land on the lower ledge, you'll die. You want to make sure you hit around the center where it's highest. Like, that was a really good drop he just did there. Nice, perfectly on the center. Very nice. And you just hold E, let go of E, and we're good. So that's an easy way to drop. And then the fastest way from here would be this person that that picks him up. He won't finish picking him up. He'll just keep going ahead towards the safe room. There'll be 1 or 2 people in the back. You can vote expert. Kill that witch real quick.
1 second.
Fireworks. Celebration. All the skips are doing. Where is she? There she is. Okay.
I
So,
did not mean to hit her. I bunny hopped into her.
Nice. Bunny hop's gone wrong. So the quickest way would be to vote expert, and then the people up here can shoot the guy on the roof dead, and then just jump straight off here to your death. And then the guy in the front can finish the level. Okay. Now the return trip.
There's gas in the safe room.
And also try to get some adrenaline here, of course.
Well, that was unpleasant.
Oh, Bill said bunny hopping out of the tree could potentially get you killed. It depends on where you land. I think it's actually fairly safe. I haven't really tried that. It's pretty hard. But no, I'm pretty sure you can bunny hop, like when you land on that tree where the red clips were.
Okay, everybody gassed
After
up,
the
we good
launch.
to go?
You can carry a bunny hop from there and keep going with the speed.
Shot.
It's really hard though. All right. So 2 methods to do this one. Hopefully you have a grenade launcher. It's much easier. We're going to be launching basically diagonally and get up in the window there. We have a setup here. You need to be holding your jump key so that you don't hang once you get up there. So the quickest way we found is to do, we walk up to the wall, hit the wall, then we'll do 2 jumps. On the second jump, you hold. You can see my controls, jump, and then hold. My shift key is walk, by the way. So, walk up here, hold, and there you go. So if I didn't hold, I would have died. Or I wouldn't have died, I would have been hanging, and there's no good way to recover from that. So yeah, grenade launcher, much easier. Jump, jump. There you go. Now be careful once you get up here. You could, if you look at my controls, you hit a little clip here. You kind of get stopped on a clip. I usually strafe just to get a little bit more around the edge. I'll do it one more time. Pay attention to the controls. It's possible to fall back down. So yeah, smack the clip, and then it's really close. I try to wiggle myself onto the ledge, sorta. Alright, let me show the angle now before we move on to the bile. This angle is very easy, unlike the bile in a moment. Tuck your crosshair in with the corner of that roof right there. Hold on. 1 second. The corner of that roof right there. I neatly tuck it into the upper left of my crosshair, just like that. Alright. So you can do jump, jump. Oop. Nope. So, again, as a host, it'll change as a client, but as a host, I'm aiming the fire at about his apex, the apex of his jump. There it goes. Alright, so that's the grenade launcher method. Now the harder, but still possible, bile method. Just in case you don't get the grenade launcher, because again, it's the spawning chance is not very good on level 1. It can spawn on level 2, by the way. I'll cover that real quick in this map in a moment. So this is a bit different for the jumper. Best way we found to do this is to pistol time it. Whoops, I slipped. Be at the end of the pipe here. I hold walk, and as soon as I start firing my pistol, I'm gonna start moving. Basically, I start holding forward to walk on my first shot. I jump on my second, and then he throws on the third. Ooh, not quite. This is definitely one of the harder bile throws. Okay, there we go. Ooh, too low.
Heads up.
Okay. Still a bit low. Let me see.
Heads up.
You wanna aim about there, I believe. Not quite.
Incoming.
Really close.
Heads up.
I think I went a little early that time. His timing's a bit different than other jumps. There we go, that was good. And right up. Do it one more time.
Heads up.
Ooh, close.
Heads
So
up.
as you can see, I'm making sure that I'm at the edge of this pipe. I don't want to be too close to him when I start, because I need a little bit of forward momentum before I jump.
Heads up.
There we go. Alright, so let me get that angle. So it's going to be a little difficult to explain my mark. I probably can't explain it that well. I really, you learn it and you eye it up. There's like a bunch of cracks in the wall, and I aim right about here. It's roughly 75 to 76 degrees. You could probably get your own feel by using CL_show position, but it should be about there.
Fight amongst yourselves.
Go ahead. Or I'm aiming too high. Wait, sorry, I'm aiming a little bit too high actually. Yeah, okay, no, it's more like 72. Whoops. Disregard that, 72.
Get your ass
Okay.
over here and help me.
So if he held jump, that looked good.
All right.
So yeah, you'll just have to kind of eye up your own mark on the wall.
Puke in the hole.
And you can also see I'm angled towards the wall a bit. Instead of along it like this, I'm angled towards the wall so that it can hit his feet a little more easily. Okay, that was a good one. So there's that one. Now we get to do this again, except in reverse this time. Ooh.
Come on, this way.
So this one is, I would say, a little bit more difficult for the jumper. It's a pretty low angle for the person with the grenade launcher, at least. That part's easier. The jumper, though, I'm going to be holding left strafe and curling to the left again, which is necessary. Alright, because you want to land on that building. You can see I did a very light curl around this thing. You don't want to smack into this thing or you will bounce off of it and fall to your death. So once you're up here, you want to jump to the stump of the tree right there. I don't think, yeah, there's no clips. You can just kind of hang in the tree. You'll see I'll jump to it. See how I just slipped on it? Make sure you land on it. If you miss it, you will die. So you can land in this tree right here, and then you can go to the fence and down into the water. Hopefully you'll have an adrenaline so you can speed through this water. You also can skip the fence if you have a little extra health. Ooh, I didn't do a jump there, whoops. So jump, and you can just skip over the fence. You'll take some damage. It's not too much. Just be careful. So yeah. You can catch other parts of the tree like this, but I feel like the second stump is probably the easiest. That's what I go for. Right before kind of a little bit before I get to the corner of the house, I jump. Okay. Do the launch one more time. So hold left strafe, curl to the left, make sure you avoid that thing, land up here. Angle, what's the angle? I kind of forget exactly where the angle is. Where were you looking?
Basically, you want the ductile sugar about a fourth of the way down your screen.
Okay, I think... can you tell me in the number? The show position number? Yeah, I forget. I don't usually do this one. I'm always the one that gets boosted, so I never really learn these angles. I think it's like 30, though. 35. I think it's in that range.
Here comes the
What
rain.
was the...
CL_show POS one. Whoops. Oh no, please. I just hit a key by mistake. Oh right, I can't enter in chat. Well,
I can't see a damn thing.
It's about 38.
38. Okay.
37.
Okay. All right, so that would be. That'd be about there. There's not really. Yeah, that looked pretty good. There's not much of a mark here. I guess you could look at the clouds. There's not a lot to see though. And if there's a storm, like you could see, I couldn't see the clouds, but
Just center
yeah.
that sign about a fourth of the way down the screen. You should be fine.
It looks like between the crosshair and the bottom of the screen, I'd say it's about halfway, the sugar.
Yeah, that's what I mean by fourth.
Yeah. A fourth from the bottom, or halfway between that and the cursor. Whichever way works, I guess. That does seem about right, yeah. That looks good. Okay. I think that'll do it for that. Trying to think, is there anything else in this level?
No,
You can
there's
use...
not really anything
No.
next to the buckets, right?
Not really, I guess. Just notes about molotovs. That's about it. You can use this warp spot again, just like on the way up. You can use it again on the way back. And real quick, grenade launcher spawns can happen on level 2, but they're pretty rare. There's one in this room, I think. I don't know all the spots offhand. I only know the ones that are kind of in the way. Oh wow, one spawned here. Like that one right there. That's, yeah, that's not very common to get that there, but it can be right next to this table. You can get it on the previous map on the way up. There's probably other spots, I'm not sure though, where they are. Okay. So next level, yeah, it's pretty much, it's the solo pathing.
Happy New Year.
And then if the guy ahead has a lot of adrenaline, the people in the back want to carry a Molotov to kill themselves. We have not found a stuck spot, although honestly we probably could if we looked around enough.
Goddamn town's flooded.
There's a lot of places you can look for a Molotov. I don't usually kill myself, so I don't know a lot of them offhand. I know that there's... I know there can be some in the house here.
Hello?
I think on a... somewhere to the left, on the counter or something, I think. I'm not entirely sure. I know it can be at the garage sale, potentially. A very popular spot is this house, this broken house. On the shelves here, there can be Molotovs. There's some options. Okay. And then the finale, yeah, I don't think there's anything to really note in the finale either, just, I guess, where you have to be to activate the finale is probably about it. So, hopefully somebody's gonna have adrenaline, bolt out the door. The other players need to be fast. You can't activate the finale until they're forward enough. You have to be about at the edge. I think it works by the time you're at the edge of this, but yeah, safest just to make sure you drop down here, and then it can be activated. Everybody has to be in the area. And then just go straight over to the table here. You can jump through this window. And right into the table. I guess that's it. Pretty easy. Alright, final campaign. Good stuff. This campaign has the coolest and most significant skip in the entire game, I would say. Out of all the campaigns, I really like it because it skips a level that's otherwise pretty painful to play normally too.
Yeah, and there's nothing really to note on this one except if you want to get the good RNG, you have
yeah.
two people sacrifice themselves to the gods of the bay.
Yeah, it's just like Dead Center in the mall where you have to take enough damage to open up a path. It's the same thing. So right at the start, to guarantee it, two people should suicide. Just jump right off the edge here into the water. Make sure, again, hold your jump key or you will hang here, and that is very bad. You want to make sure you die. And then that guarantees that this path right here is open, this door. It'll never be closed as long as two people die. If one person dies, there's a good chance it'll be open, but we've had it not be open before, so I would highly recommend two people being dead. Or a person and a bot if you have three people. Either way, it works fine. That's it for that level.
Way too close.
This one is there's a boost that saves a bit of time, throwable boost, and then a spot to note for an idle teleport.
Grabbing a shot. We can
So,
cut through this part.
dude ahead, just like Solo, he's gonna be looking for Bile or pipe if a Bile fails. Hopefully, he'll get a Bile.
Down the alley.
And then other people do not get a Bile. Only the guy doing the boost over the porta potty, just like Solo, you'll be going over the porta potties here. Only this guy has a Bile. The other people do not want to use it, otherwise it'll attract the zombies away from that spot. They want to make sure to get either a pipe or a molotov, either way. As many as you can get too, just so you have some backups in case one fails. We usually come right out of the door. I guess I won't open it or it'll make noise. We usually come out of the door and go to the left of the staircase. And then do a walk. Get right over this fence. This is a pretty easy throw, it's a very low angle. This skips going all the way around there and all the way around the corner and all the way back. It's pretty nice. I'll show that angle real quick. It's not like it's precise, just usually aim up at the bridge a bit. I aim like for that support there, the center support. Should be about good. The lower your angle with the person making it over, the faster it is, because they don't have as much hang time in the air. So you do want to aim as low as you can. But you can aim a little bit higher if you want to be safe. And then this part's normal. The guy that got boosted with the Bile will do the throw setup here that I showed. He'll go over the porta potties.
Boosted with Bile, boosted with hopefully pipe and or molly, so you don't mess up the next thing.
Yeah. That's what I was saying. If you use a Bile in this spot, it's very bad because that's going to attract all the zombies here, and they won't be at this spot for the guy to jump on their heads. That will kill the skip. And since you don't since you're not activating the door, the guy that's ahead isn't pathable, so the bots can teleport. They path to here, to this ladder, and then stop. If you go idle earlier than this, anywhere earlier in the path, they'll keep running forward until they make it to this ladder. So you should try to bunny hop and get here as fast as you can until you're at the base of the ladder. And then you can just go idle. You might as well go forward into the safe room. Go ahead.
Hey-o!
So let me go back here. You'll see he'll walk forward. He'll walk forward. Okay, that must still be close enough. Wow, that's surprising. There we go. So you see they walk forward and then stop. About that point they stop. So anywhere from here to the ladder. Just go idle anywhere in that area. And they'll stop for a while. And there we are. So yeah, you could also kill yourselves, but that's not recommended because you should preserve the adrenaline, because there's usually a lot of adrenaline in the... Where are we? There we are. There's usually a lot of adrenaline in here. Except for this time. Well, there's two. So,
Adrenaline shot.
yeah, you don't really want to lose that, so you should do the idle teleport here at the ladder. I mean, if you don't have any extra adrenaline, you could have the people kill themselves on fire, I guess, but it doesn't really hurt to do the warp. They can usually get there in time. Okay.
That was a close one.
Next level. There are 3 left. And Skibbs and I have not practiced the a finale grenade launch, so that'll be fun. It's that's probably one of the hardest tricks in the game, and it looks pretty cool. Doesn't save too much, but it's cool. All right, so not much to note here besides grenade launcher spawns, which you will need for next level. Before I get to that, real quick, well, I guess it goes in order. I'll cover the grenade launcher spawns, yeah, sure. I'll just do it in order. So, go forward. By the way, nobody's going to be suiciding to check for these grenade launchers are all along the way, so it's alright.
Here's what I found.
What'd you find?
I found the grenade launcher.
Nice. Yeah, it's guaranteed on this map. Luckily, unlike Hard Rain 1, it is guaranteed to get a grenade launcher in one of these spots that are coming up. You just gotta make sure you check all of them. I don't think we've actually ever seen it in here on this counter. We've seen a chainsaw. And usually a chainsaw can spawn where a grenade launcher spawns, but we've never seen a grenade launcher. I'll still note it anyway, but you probably don't have to check the counter here. Just in case, though. I have seen a chainsaw here as well. Again, we haven't seen a grenade launcher here, I don't believe, but just in case, we have seen a chainsaw here, so maybe. As for where we've actually seen grenade launchers, I think we found it in this closet before. This might also only be chainsaw, but it's worth taking a look in here. Just glance on your way by. Then the attic. The attic is very popular. It can be next to the bed. You can see there's a chainsaw here, actually. It can be next to the bed. It's up here fairly often.
Jesus, it was open season on every.
And then up here, on top of this, where Skibs found it, can spawn right there. This is also pretty popular. Guess there's only really two popular spots before the sewer. So once the people that are in the back, because somebody is hopefully going to be ahead with adrenaline and stuff.
Adrenaline shot here.
Once they're finished checking these spots, you can do an idle teleport up here to catch up to the guy that's ahead and through the sewer. Make sure he's through the sewer first before you teleport. Yeah, it's in the boxes. So you come up here. There's boxes right here, and a hole that you can drop into. And you just go idle right in here. Sometimes the bot will teleport to the other side of the boxes. If so, just take control and jump back in and try it again. It's weird. It happens sometimes. So, the guy ahead now, these are the spots that he'll be checking. Drop down to the sewer. Back corner, right next to the shotgun, which is also guaranteed. It can be propped up against the wall, right next to it. And we're up here. And let's see, nothing here. Ambulance. In the right corner of the ambulance. Right here, leaning up against the side. Down here, I've seen a chainsaw in here, I'm pretty sure. Have not seen a grenade launcher, but another spot to note. You might not ever find it in there, though. On the... or in front of the table, somewhere around there. I've never really seen it, so... not entirely sure. And then in the center here, this is a very popular spot as well.
Machete here.
I believe it's this bench. Somewhere around the center you can spawn. So chances are it's going to be the attic, it's going to be the trailer next to the attic, or here. Or the ambulance is also fairly popular, actually. And there's your grenade launcher spawns. Also, real quick, I'll catalog it while I'm here. In case you want to do an insane skip in the finale that requires explosive ammo.
Hello.
There's some explosive ammo spawns too. I actually haven't looked for them in a while. I'm trying to remember. It's yeah, it's up here. There's an explosive right there already. I think I've seen one on this dresser. I believe. Pretty sure I've seen it up in the attic as well. I'm not sure if it's up here. It's been a while. I know that it can be back here in front of this truck where this adrenaline and gas can are. Actually, that's all the spots off the top of my head. I might have missed one or two, I'm not sure. But you could check those for explosive ammo just in case you want to do the crazy thing. Okay, 2 levels left.
God damn, that was close.
Yeah, this next level is going to be extremely short.
Oh yeah, this is the big one. Or certainly one of the big ones. This is probably, besides a death toll skip that'll be in the next tutorial, this is the biggest level skip where you skip like most of the level. So out of the gate, this stuff's normal. This is why we have the grenade launcher, and this is why it's, thank God, it's guaranteed to spawn in the last level. Alright. And here we are. The beauty. This is great. See that clip right there? You want to get on top of that. It's right above the bus. Be careful there. It does hang over the bus a little bit here. You don't want to catch your head on it, so stick out from the bus a bit. Do a walk here. Somewhat high angle, and there I'm on the clip. So you can see it ends right here. You want to catch the top balcony when you fall down. I usually fall down kind of angled like this. As soon as I start falling, I hold right strafe and curl to the right to catch the railing.
Christ, those guys are such assholes.
Oh, I caught a weird thing up there on the roof. That doesn't usually happen. Let me try that again. Let's do the boost again. I guess I'll do it from the top. Okay, so we're up here. Whoop, I missed it. Whoops. You can catch that second one, which is okay. You'll take some damage, but you won't die. Ideally, you should not screw that up, though. Wow, I am screwing this up really badly right now. There we go. So yeah, you can see with the clips on, you can see I'm just slipping off the purple clip here, and then landing onto the railing. You'll get a feel for where the purple clip ends eventually. And be able to do it without seeing the clip brushes. So you land there, you go this way. From a distance, I usually jump, hold crouch to stick to this railing. Aim to the side, then I right strafe until I fall off of it, and hold left strafe to get onto the lower railing. And then drop right down again. And then you run straight from here. So, let me show the angle here quickly.
Hell yeah, grenade launcher.
Okay. It should be, it looks like about 45. It's above the second balcony, roughly.
We got guns.
Yep, there we go. That was actually a bit higher than it needed to be, it looks like. So again, you get the boost, you're up here. I'll try to do this in one motion. Fall down there into the railing. Jump, hold crouch to stick to the railing. Whoops.
Stop bombing us.
Strafe to the right off the railing, and strafe left to catch the next one, then you can fall right back off of that down here. Now you run...
Meanwhile, while he's
yeah.
doing that,
Yeah.
the rest of us run back over to this little storage closet.
Yeah, this part I don't usually do. So yeah, as soon as the boost happens, everybody else comes back this way. And just like the attic in the last level, get into the corner here. It's a nice stuck spot, everybody goes idle. And then they'll appear out of bounds with the guy. Who, by the time they warp, should be about here or so. Stand, find it best to be about even with the trash can. And then approach at a bit of an angle. A little late. We're gonna land on that roof way up there.
The bridge.
Could have been slightly lower angle, but that was fine. So we're on the roof. There's a clip above this fence here. You can see this is a pretty wide one. Step on here. Now you have some options. If you have enough health, and especially if you have a temp healing item like a pill or adrenaline, you can just go straight to this yellow thing. You'll take some damage, so be careful. Or if you need to be safe about it, from here, you can land on this railing. It's very easy to slip past this railing. Make sure you keep pushing into it when you fall, because you'll hit this roof first. You can also catch the ledge that the railing is sitting on. I just missed it. Which is the fastest way. If you catch this ledge, and then you can just go straight down. So there's a few options where you can drop. Just make sure you don't jump straight off here to the ground floor. That's an incap. You gotta land on something else first. And then a couple of options that people can kill themselves with a molotov that are still out of bounds. Which is a little dangerous. You have to vote expert if there's a tank up here. It's dangerous. Usually I wait to see if there's a tank first. Around here I would call expert if there isn't a tank, and then they can kill themselves as you make your way to the safe room.
There's a safe room in the bridge.
Or they can warp. Unfortunately, there it is. You can see this is all naved. The bots actually won't get stuck anywhere around here. You have to go all the way. all the way back here. You can see the navs end right here. So anywhere far enough away from the navs so that the bot doesn't know where to go once you go idle. Go idle real quick, Skibbs. So you see Skibbs is attached to that nav back there, the big one, his green line. When he goes idle and there's no nav nearby, it sets it to the safe room, which is a strange thing with this game. So basically the game thinks that he's in the safe room, which is the first nav of the map. That only happens if you're not close enough to another nav when you go idle. And that helps with teleporting to teammates that are ahead. So they would be going back there. Now in the same vein, you can see my navs. I'm attached to the navs on the floor here, my green line. If you jump up at these boxes here, this is far enough. We like to do what we call idle flashing. Basically, you go idle, and then you take control. It resets your nav to the safe room. So then basically the players that are trying to teleport you, they're trying to get to the safe room, because that's where they think you are. And then the game will instead teleport them to where you actually are. It's very confusing, I know, but basically, if your nav's in the safe room, it's a good thing. And also to note, if this teleport fails and it teleports Skibbs to the safe room instead, which can happen most frequently on this map, if you reset your nav to the safe room like this, he can go into the safe room, go idle, and the bot will just sit there. And the game will think it's stuck, and then it'll teleport to me. That's because my nav is attached to the safe room. Hopefully that was clear enough. Basically, just repeat that, and then you'll be good. Okay, oh, I need to show the angle real quick here. For the second jump. Angle is pretty low, 30... 35, 37, somewhere about equal with the center of that windowsill. Or maybe a bit lower from the center. It looked... yeah, that looked pretty good. So... 40, I guess 40 safe. Around there, it's fine. It's forgiving. Do it one more time, I guess. I'll try 40. Yeah, that was okay. Oh, also quick note, can you launch me one more time? When you get launched, hold backwards so that you don't go quite as far. You'll sail pretty far along the roof. Ooh, that was kind of close. So yeah, just try to land as close to the fence here without slipping off on this end as you can. So I usually hold backwards in the air until it looks like I'm going to land where I want to land. Okay. And I think we are now on the final level.
Now.
This one is going to have a lot of explaining to do.
That,
Lucy
my friend, is how you
has
do
a lot of explaining to do. Because there's one trick we do all the time. There's another trick that uses the explosive ammo from earlier, which we haven't been doing because it's really difficult, but I definitely want to cover it anyway. It's a ridiculous thing setup that we found a while ago.
Right toward the people who've been
So
dropping bombs on us. Anyone want to talk
let me activate that radio. Shut up, radio.
Hello?
Alright, so there's always throwables and or adrenaline here.
Nick.
Usually a mix of
There's
both.
4 of us on the
I'm gonna wait for Nick to shut up. Blah blah
We're
blah.
not infected.
Waiting for Nick to shut up. This is a very long radio exchange. Anyway, so yeah, stuff always spawns down here. You'll want to get a throwable here. You want to be at the corner where Skibbs is. Stand up, Skibbs. This is one exception. You stand up in this spot because you're starting from above your teammate. Okay.
Sure, give us a few
So
minutes.
from about the top of the steps here, I'm gonna do the pistol timing. I'll be going forward. When I drop down to the next step is when I jump. When I feel a little bump downwards. Ooh, I hit my head. Be careful, that doesn't usually happen. You can hit your head on the underside of the bridge. You want to make sure you're aiming more to the right and then kind of curl onto it once you clear it. I kind of screwed that up. Okay, there we go. Do one more time, I guess. So I'm back from the top of the staircase a little bit. I wait until I feel the bump down the staircase, and then I jump at him. Okay. Let me show the angle now. So we're standing. Aim up until the horizontal bar, and the safe room door here is just off screen, which would be step to the side for a moment. Skips, so I can show the bar. So there's the bar, and right off screen there. About there should be good. That's 50, almost 53 degrees. Okay. Ooh, close. Bit late jump, I think. I'm actually aimed up a bit too. There we go. So that's what that looks like. Now, for the explainy bit where Skibbs falls asleep, there's a lot to note here. We're now out of bounds and we're going to skip the bridge. We don't need to activate it. So I'm just going to start from the beginning here. Okay, there's a clip here, this red clip you can stand on. You can see it sticks out from the corner here a bit. Two ways you can get around here. Dangerous way, you can jump at an angle, hold left strafe, and curl to the left to land on the clip. I'll keep the clip showing just so you can see. Like that. Kinda dangerous, it's a very thin gap that you can fit through right here. And it's easy to not curl enough or get caught on something and just fall down to your death. Makes me really nervous to do this one. I'm getting it okay right now, but doing it without clips shown is also really scary. You're practically jumping to your death and then saving yourself. Alternatively, if you want to be safe, you can crouch here. I usually kind of hold I usually hold forward and then tap right strafe to shimmy it until I clear it and I start moving forward. Like that. You can get a feel for how much to stick out usually. So slower, but pretty safe to do it that way. Second jump. We are aiming to get to the side of the bridge, onto that green bit right there. So you can see there's this thing. You have to curl around this. There's no other way to do this. You can't shimmy this in the same way as the last one. So you need to jump out at an angle towards the water, hold left strafe, and curl your way in towards the bridge. This is probably one of the most advanced tricks, I would say, movement-wise, out of anything else. So jump, hold left strafe, do a very light curl. Don't careful when you're only holding left strafe. Don't curl a lot. That actually worked, but curling a lot, you can easily miss it. It's a little touchy sometimes. I keep getting it when I curl a lot, but still. And then so once we're here, now you need to go along the length of the bridge, all the way to the end there. Whatever method works for you, you can, you could shimmy this, but it's going to take forever and probably not end up being any faster. So you kind of have to curl this part. You could either just hold left strafe and do some light curls like that. Or you can kind of not curl properly, which is how I do it because it just feels better to me. Hold forward and left strafe and then curl really hard in. When you hold forward and left strafe, you have to curl your mouse a lot more to be able to turn. That's usually how I do it. I also hold space here just in case. Or hold my jump key, which is necessary at the end. So, go along the length here. And be careful, the sections where the diagonal beam is overhead, you can easily jump up into it. So if you go forward too much, see I'm kind of jumping into it, you have to jump pretty far out and kind of early to clear it. And then curl back in. I almost missed that. So be careful you don't hit your head. If you get stuck here, you can see this bit sticking out. I'm stuck right now. You could shimmy to recover it, and then continue along, or you could just back up. See, I'm stuck here, or you could just back up and do the curl again. Alright, we're at the last one. If you don't hold space here, you will hang. So make sure you hold space, or whatever your jump key is. gonna be standing right there in the corner between the clip and the support of the bridge. Alright, so we're tucked in here. Good. I usually, so I'll be doing this jump, like I'll hold space. Keep holding space. Once you're tucked in here, you want to strafe right slightly until you start falling, then hold strafe left. So you land on top of this clip. If you do not hold strafe left early enough, you can see, whoops, I didn't, that's what happens, by the way, when you don't hold space. Which I just did by accident. Alright, so yeah, hold space. Ooh, okay, you don't want that to happen either. That's gonna take a lot of damage. You want to make sure you catch on here first, like that. So if you don't strafe back in, say you bounce right off of that slanty bit to your death, you have to land on top of it, or you will have a bad time. Oh my god, I missed that again. It's hard to do just this part of it. I don't know why I keep missing it. Come on. Okay. And right strafe, hold left strafe. Now, once you're here, this is a bit lower. You can see I'm hitting something, an invisible part of the bridge here. Just do another jump to get up on it. And then you can go right through this yellow barricade thing. Alright, so that's the pathing I take. One little alternate method after you get past the first two jumps here onto the side of the bridge. The clips for the bridge are here ahead of time before it descends. You can see you can stand here. So you can curl underneath the bridge and catch that and then just walk forward. This is pretty hard though. I don't do this because it's not that much faster really, and it's pretty hard to get it right. You have to fall off. The moment your head clears the underside here, you have to hold left strafe and do a or right strafe, I guess, whichever direction, and do a very hard curl inwards. This is not easy. Got it. So you can see, as soon as I sense my head has cleared the underside, I do a very quick curl to the left to get myself underneath onto the clip. I'm surprised I'm getting it. It's been a while. Okay, so once you're under here, carefully don't strafe right too much or you'll fall off. You can pretty much line up with the fence, the yellow fence that's up ahead. And then you could just walk straight from this point all the way to the yellow fence. So it is a little bit faster, but that curl underneath the bridge is quite difficult. But that skips having to do all the curling along the length of the bridge, so whichever one you want to do. Okay, I'm gonna do it, and I'm gonna try to do this in one motion all the way from the beginning here. I guess boost me one more time. I'll do it from the very beginning. Okay. Alright. Let me turn clips off. Okay. Let's do it one more time. I forgot I had clips on. I want to turn them off so you can see what it's like in a rail run. Okay. So I'm going to try the dangerous one here. Yeah, good enough. Let me do a curl here. Jump. Oh my god. Jump. Wow. I am really bad at this tonight. Well, this isn't exactly showing it done well, but it is showing it done. I guess that's the important part. And then another jump. There you go. So, you know, good enough. And there's the bridge skip.
Stream's down. Oh, no.
What?
Never mind.
Yeah. Well, I have a local recording. It's okay. Oh yes, the teleport. So, I don't usually do this part. Hopefully I can cover this alright, because I'm usually the one that does the bridge skip. You can teleport to the guy ahead by getting stuck, and you can get stuck by jumping to the lockers. This is oddly specific. You have to like look down kinda towards a corner like this. I don't know exactly how to do this. And then you can run forward and hang on the top of the ladder. Nope, didn't get it. I wish I knew a little bit more about how to get this spot, but it's somewhere around here. There you go. Alright, so then you get picked up, and you'll be stuck here. You're stuck here completely, and then the person's ahead, you can go idle. And hope that it warps you to the person ahead and not into the safe room. If it warps you into the safe room, you can just try it again. This is of course a 3+ person only trick because they have to pick you up from hanging. The third person that's in the back. And yeah, hopefully you'll warp to the guy up ahead. So we got that. There's one more thing. And this is a fun one that I have not practiced with Skib, so I'm not sure how this is going to go. So, explosive ammo. If you looked at my all campaigns tutorial, you already know how it cushions you if you fire while at the ground while you're falling on expert. The damage will cushion you and cause a stumble. You can mix that with a grenade launcher boost from here, fly all the way across, use the explosive ammo to cushion yourself once you land over here, and then get right into the helicopter instead of going around. It is ridiculous. We haven't, well, we did it in our parish co-op, I guess. I think we did in the submitted one. You have to be at the edge. You want to stand at the edge here. About where that pipe is. Yeah, it should be about right. I don't know the angle. It's fairly low. We'll have to experiment a little bit. So I'm going to give myself some explosive ammo. Turn God mode off, otherwise I can't cushion myself properly. We're an expert already, okay. So, here goes nothing. That was amazingly successful first try. Oh my god. Excellent. There you go. This is one of the most ridiculous skips that we left hysterically when we first realized that we could do this. It saves a decent amount of time though.
Vehicle is right at the top of the corner of the truck at about 42 degrees.
Okay, nice. I'll aim there. Okay, let me just try that. Oh yeah, okay. Give it a shot, Skibs. Rip Skibs. He's about to die from a fall. And there he goes. Oh man, this skip is the best if you can get it. That's the explosive ammo. That's from level 3, the explosive ammo spots that I showed off. There's not many of them. There's not that great a chance you'll get one, but if you do, and you've practiced this and you feel confident, yeah, the person can hold onto the grenade launcher and warp up here with explosive ammo as well. They can have the explosive ammo and the grenade launcher. Just drop the explosive ammo here, anywhere near the truck, and get in your shotgun and then go for it. And hope that it works. So, alright. That, I believe, is the end of the main campaign's co-op tricks. Hopefully I didn't forget anything. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. I think we're good. So...
Don't forget to tip your server.
Don't forget to what?
Server.
What about the server? You're getting cut off. Discord is bad.
Don't forget to tip your server. It was a joke.
Oh.
Don't mind it.
Discord, you ruined the joke. Oh, man. Alright. So, yeah, hope you learned a lot. And you can always ask me some questions if you have anything extra that isn't covered here or anything that you'd like to be made more clear. And enjoy running Left 4 Dead 2, the main campaigns. Up next, Left 4 Dead 2 co-op, all campaigns. Have a good day.
That's going to be a long run.